Hello there, my crafty friends. It is Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and I am so happy to share with you today. I have a really cute project for you, and I'm going to wait a few minutes for some folks to jump on. I apologize, I'm a little bit, not just like 5 minutes late, but I knew I was going to be officially late, so I figured I would just jump on and share that news so that people who are looking would know that I'm coming. They haven't gone to the wrong place. I am coming, but I haven't gotten there just yet. So let's see who is going to jump on here with us today. Hey, Julie, I'm glad you're here all the way from the UK. So good to see you. We are at the very end of summer and cheering to bring on some autumn, although today we actually have lower than expected temperatures and possibilities of rain, which we're always very happy about. Hey Marlene, I'm glad you are here, and Cynthia's here, and Terry Lynn is here. Hello gorgeous, back to you Terry Lynn. We have lower than expected temperatures, which is, I always feel like it's like a gift. And so it's super humid, but hey, we'll take the humidity because typically that means that rain is heading our way. You might or might not notice I'm back on my phone camera today. And of course, I could not get my phone to configure correctly for the last about 3 weeks, I think. I tried everything. I thought it was Facebook. Lo and behold, my camera had gotten into a lock position and I didn't realize it. So once I undid the lock position, voila, I'm back on camera with my phone, which means that when I flip down for projects, it may take me just a minute to get back to what I used to do was a pretty smooth transition, but we won't have that bar that was in the way of from the computer. So all that being said, we are going to do a fall project today. I hope everybody here is on my email list. I sent out an email this morning there's just so much news going on right now, so much change going on in the stamping world, so many new things happening. And I actually have my team meeting tonight. And hey, Crystal, I'm glad you're here. If you would like to be part of our Zoom team meeting tonight, it's at 7 o'clock. The Zoom room opens at 6:30 for chat and chatter. I welcome you. I would love to have you come. So let me know if you would like the link for that. It's a free meeting, and it happens every month with my Southern Sweet Stampers team. I've already had somebody join my team this morning, and she is going to jump into our team meeting tonight. So I just want to let you know, you are welcome to come, even without joining. If you want to just come and hang out at the meeting and see if it's something that would be of interest to you. My monthly meeting is one of the team perks for my Southern Sweet Stampers. So every month we have a meeting, and we used to do a live meeting here in San Antonio and then broadcast it on Facebook as well. And of course, since COVID began, we have not had live meetings here in San Antonio. But we pivoted and we've been doing Zoom, and we actually have, like Terry Lynn is up in St. Louis, and she's able to join us. Our team members in California and North Carolina, all different parts of the country, are able to join us on Zoom more effectively than they could on Facebook Live. So wherever you are, we would love to have you try us out in our Zoom room meeting tonight. Okay, well, I think without any further ado, I am going to flip camera down and hopefully not have the camera fall on me, and see how we can get on. I will confess to you, I've not had time to practice my it's my old camera setup. We had a leadership event for Stampin' Up! Over the week. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday is a super busy day for me anyway. And then Monday typically is I'm getting in the groove of my office, getting geared up for the week. And because we had missed out on seeing our grandkids on Friday because of my meeting, we had grandkids yesterday. So I can tell you that once grandkids left, my grandkids here in San Antonio are in a pod of 3, as it were. They're a family of 3. and they are 10, 9, and almost 7. And wow, you know, when they're here, it's just all hands on deck. My husband and I, when they leave, we're like, oh, man, we did it. 3 that are close in age, and they're all vying for grandma and granddaddy's attention. And so by the time they left here, my brain was absolutely mush. We had a lot, and I actually brought them up in my studio. I don't do that terribly often. I will bring things downstairs to them, but they had been asking me for a couple of weeks, Grandma, we want to do projects in your studio. So yeah, that right there fried me for a while. I don't think we'll be doing that for a while. Okay, here we go. I'm going to flip the camera down and see how we can get on. So we are ready to work on our fall card with a gift card holder inside. Hey, Yolanda, I'm glad you're here. We're just getting ready to flip the camera down. Here we go. Well, I guess I need to do this. Ay, you have me. Well, I haven't done this in a while, have I? Ay. It's trying to go away on me. There we go. Woohoo. Okay. My internet connection is all of a sudden a bit unstable. It's trying to tell me things. But let's see if we can't get this a little better. Okay. Not too bad. Okay, I will move up and we will move forward. So what I'm featuring today is this beautiful, beautiful suite, and it is called the Gilded Autumn Suite. It's on pages 44 and 45 in the fall, or I shouldn't say fall. It's the, well, it's technically the, no. What is it? August to December mini catalog. It took me a while to get there. August to December mini catalog. I'm still calling it the holiday catalog. You probably are too. And that's okay. As long as we know that it's for our fall and winter projects primarily. I love the fact that several things in this catalog are, they're for several different what's the word I'm looking for? Several different, several different holidays all at once. I'm trying to mess with my computer at the same time so I can see comments as they come through. So while you're looking at this beautiful page here, let me just grab my computer and see if I can. Now I will say, in my defense, this is where not Stampin' Up, Facebook keeps changing, and they're leaving the classic setup and making us go into a setup that we just don't like. At least I don't. I can't find anything. So that is the way that it goes with Facebook sometimes, but I can't find where you are to be able to see your... Hey, Yvonne, I'm glad you're here. Okay, so we are going to be working with the Gilded Autumn Suite, and in particular, I'm showcasing this gorgeous, gorgeous paper. I love this paper. This is the Gilded Autumn paper, and it has a number of beautiful colors. So it has copper and gold foil. So that's kind of an interesting thing. You know, this whole mixed metals thing became fairly popular years ago. And I know when I was growing up, you always wore gold with gold or silver with silver, but the trend now is to mix your metals. Hey, Betty, I'm glad you're here. And I love this suite too. I think it's just amazing. So we will enjoy it together. Now, let me grab my little sampler here to show you kind of in a quick and easy way, or maybe I should say a condensed way. I have my handy little sampler book here. And so this gives you, I have a is it 2x2? Yeah, I think it's 2x2 square of all the designer papers. And what I like about these is these little samplers that I make is it shows you the front and the back of each paper. And then it also shows you all the different cardstock colors. Now you can make one of these at home, and it's super useful when you're designing. So that you can find where you need to be and what pieces you have to be able to work on your projects. Now, like most of our specialty papers, when you have foiling on one side, you have a matte finish on the other. And in this particular Gilded Autumn Designer Series paper, I would say that the gilded side is very, very elegant and very elegant and maybe updated classics is kind of the way I would describe that. The other side is very earthy and almost totally different from the A side. And I love that kind of, I wouldn't say it's versatility, I would say it's variety. So there's just so much variety in seeing that. And it just gives you, I think, a lot of bang for your buck with regard to this paper. So this is 12 by 12 paper, and it is $15 for the set of, you get 2 each of every one of these papers. Now, many of us have more designer series paper than we need. However, there's always room for a fresh piece or a fresh set. So let me show you where we're going to go today. Finally, it's taken me this long to be able to get my, my comments up on my computer. Okay, so let me show you where we're going to go, and I will give you measurements here, and then I will also upload them on my blog by way of a PDF tutorial for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a card, and it has a gift card inside. So let me show you how we open this up. And voila, here's my little area to give my note. Here is my little pocket with my gift card inside. So I think this is a really useful way to mail somebody a little something. And this is actually not a full, this is just a 5.5 by 4.25 piece card base layered up. And then we're going to create this kind of cool piece here that is going to give you the pocket for your gift card. Sorry, I know that's awful to look at. Okay, but that needed to be a little bit higher. Okay, we're doing better now. Now, this is the one I did first. I'm going to give you, we're going to do a totally different look by just changing out the designer series paper and by changing out the, the cardstock colors. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what I have is this time I'm going to go with Just Jade. Now you remember that Just Jade is the darker counterpart of this gorgeous, gorgeous mint macaron. So if you're wondering how to use the new mint macaron or the new Just Jade, pair it with mint macaron, and there you have the 2 shades ready to go. Okay, now let's see. I have my handy dandy paper trimmer here, and this is going to help me to show you exactly how we're going to score and exactly what the size of this paper is. Now, with the paper trimmer, this is the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer, you have 2 blades. You have the lighter blade, signifies a lighter touch. So that's the scoring blade. The darker blade is going to cut. Now we're not going to cut because I've already cut this paper, and it is 9 3/4 by 4 1/4. Now, like I said, I will be giving you the dimensions, so you can hop over to my blog, and I will have that up shortly. Now I'm going to score at 3 1/4, and I'm using my scoring blade. And you want to be mindful, you know, this is designer paper, so you don't want to press too hard, but enough to where I can see the fold line. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to head to 6 1/2. Now that's it. That's all the scoring that I need for my cute little note card. Let me move my paper trimmer out of the way. It folds up in a very trim way. Now I am going to fold this to the inside because I want I could go with this on the outside. And I do love houndstooth, but I love this more. It's hard to choose with this paper. It's so pretty. But I wanted to go with that on the inside. So I want to fold like so. Let me see. Let me make sure I do this right. I had to kind of hold my, to kind of put things together a little bit on the first round. There we go. So when you fold this, you want your flap to be here, and then this to face the bottom down here. And I can already see, I think I'm missing a little piece of cardstock here. Rats. Thought I had everything. Thought I had all my ducks in a row. Let's see. Maybe I'll be able to use that piece. I think I will. Okay. Here we go. Hey, Jane. I'm glad you're here too. So what I'm going to do is before I start putting this together, I'm going to make a little slot here, a little thumb grip to signify that there's a gift card in here. And this is just my little 1.5 inch circle punch. I'm going to open it up like so, and I'm just going to go about halfway between my two score lines. And I could go all the way down to half, or I can go up a little bit. It doesn't really matter. It's not, you don't want to get too fussed about that. And then I'm ready to glue this down, and I do want to make sure that I have this glued down in such a way that it's not going to fly open. And for that reason, I do recommend that you use the Stamp and Seal Plus, which is this one in the blue. The lighter color is our regular Stamp and Seal. The darker color has the stronger hold. You could also use tear and tape. And so what I'm going to do is I want to enclose this because that's where I'm going to put my gift card. So I'm going to put some adhesive right along this one here, this edge, so that will close my little gift card, and also along the bottom. And that way my gift card will be sealed inside. So let me just press there, and you can kind of see now, there's my gift card holder, and there's the inside. And again, this is 5.5 by 4.25. It's just like it's a quarter sheet of cardstock is all that is. Now, let's see if this is gonna work for me. I think it will. Let's see. I need a 3 by 4 piece. Hallelujah. That is a 3-inch piece. So I'm going to cut this to 4. And that's a 3 by 4-inch piece. And you'll see what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to do my stamping right here. And I'm actually using just one color of ink on this entire card. It's got so many pretty patterned pieces of paper. I want to go just really simple, and I do need a pretty dark color to be able to see everything that I'm wanting to stamp here. I'm going to start with a thank you. This would be a great card. You know, teachers are having a rough time this year, and so are students. This would be a great little, if you wanted to give a Starbucks gift card to a teacher, if you wanted to give a little something to some of your church leaders. I can tell you, my husband's a pastor. Church life is really challenging right now because we can't, even if we're meeting in person, a lot of our folks are not comfortable coming into a public setting yet. And so it's just challenging right now. So anybody who is continuing to just bless your life in the midst of pandemic, this would be a great way to just show them a little bit of thanks. Again, this is a 3 by 4 piece, and I just did just the smallest bit of stamping so I can just sign my name. That's all I have to do here. And now I'm going to go ahead and place this on the inside of my card, because this is the inside of my card. I don't have another piece underneath there. And then I'm going to take this bottom flap and I'm going to put more seal on it. And this is going to go right onto my card base. There we go. Let's center it. Okay. So now I am ready to put a little decor on the outside. Isn't it lovely already? I just think that this mint macaron and this, what do you call it? The Just Jade is just a really pretty, really elegant look. Now I'm ready to decorate it just a wee bit and also put my greeting on the front. Now to decorate it, I'm just going to take a little piece of the copper foil, and then I'm actually going to take this and just flip it over because it's so pretty, and that's going to give me a really nice bit of contrast there. So let me start by putting my copper foil. This is just a copper foil sheet. As I said, I'll give you the measurements on my blog, sweetstamper.com, but I'm pretty sure this is 4 1/4 by 1 3/4. There we go. And then this piece here is 4 1/4 by 1 1/2 on the Designer Series paper. Really pretty paper. Right there and right there. And look how nice that's looking. Even before, I mean, I'm going to put a little greeting on the outside, but look how simple that is. There's hardly anything to this. And most of us have, like I said, plenty of Designer Series paper. Or maybe you want to order this Gilded Autumn. It is really, I think, exquisite paper. I'm going to take my greeting from my stamp set. Let me show you the stamp set. It's called Beautiful Autumn, and it is a photopolymer stamp set, which means all of your stamps are crystal clear. You can see right through them. So, you know, have a beautiful day, and with this kind of leaf, this would go in into spring or summer. So some of these images would go beyond just fall. And of course, life is better with you is for any time of the year. My heart is grateful for you. Hey there. All of these greetings would go for any time of the year. Now the acorns and the some of these leaves are a bit more towards autumn, but I think that there's a lot of versatility in the stamp set. And this greeting right here actually fits beautifully into our everyday label punch. So I'm just going to open it up like so, guide my cardstock in there, and just punch. And this is crumb cake cardstock, which is going to be just enough contrast that when I put it on my Designer Series paper, it's going to give me the look that I am wanting. Just something kind of subtle so that all of my pretty paper really, really stands out. Now, on my original, I actually just, here's my original. I actually just put this down flat. It's flush. I did not pop this up, and I did pop up my acorn. So I think I'm going to do the same thing here. And I could kind of bring it like this, but I like that little bit of Just Jade. I like that little bit that's kind of hanging off over there. Now, once again, I have lost my... my Facebook ability on my computer. It knocked me off again to be able to see comments. So if anybody's saying anything, I'm totally unaware. Okay, so let me go ahead and fix this. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, it's not showing me anything. I trust I'm still live. Somebody let me know if I'm not. Here we go. So I'm just using some of the seal adhesive, and I'm going to put that down like so. My heart is grateful for you. And then I'm going to use just a scrap of Very Vanilla. This designer paper coordinates with Very Vanilla versus Whisper White. Although having said that, I think that Whisper White would still work with a lot of this. But I do like the Very Vanilla, especially I find with your fall projects. Anything for autumn is going to look really good with Very Vanilla. It just kind of goes with because it's super warm colors. Okay, let's see. Let me grab my... Got my acorn all mounted and ready to go. And I'm still over here trying to find comments. I'm telling you, Facebook has changed this where you just I can't find anything. I need my classic, I need my classic settings. Okay, here we go. Let's do the acorn like so. And then I've got both the top and the bottom of the acorn to be able to stamp the inside or to fill it in. But I don't want it to be too dark, so I'm going to stamp this off over here once, and then I'm going to come over here and fill in the bottom of my acorn, like so. Oh, didn't do very well on that. Let's try again, Candy. There we go. Okay, well, let's just start over on that. And I'm even standing up. That's usually the best way to be able to center an image. Okay, let's stamp it off so it's not too dark. And then let's line it up like so. Voila. And then I'm going to actually clean that, or not. Maybe I don't have my little cleaning pad over here. I'm going to put that stamp over here on my block, because one of the things you don't want to do is lose, especially these little tiny stamps. You might be able to see a bigger one on your stamping station, on your table, but these little ones, boy, they can get away from you pretty easily. Okay, so now I am going to punch this out. And Beautiful Autumn comes as a bundle, so you can get it with these 3 coordinating punches. So you get one for the acorn, one for the kind of oak leaf, and then one for the maple leaf. So you get these 3 punches to coordinate with the stamps, and they do punch out beautifully. They also actually punch out from the designer series paper as well, which is kind of a cool thing. Okay, let's see, here we go. So let's punch out our little acorn. Isn't he cute? And I did choose to make the top of the acorn a bit darker than the body of the acorn. And now I'm going to pop this little guy up on a dimensional. Isn't he cute? And you wouldn't even have to do that, but I think it's kind of a cute way to make it stand out a little bit. And I am using 2 of the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. I sure hope I'm still on. It says I'm live, but I cannot see anybody talking to me. And you guys are usually not completely quiet. Let's see. Okay, so while Facebook is trying to pull up on my computer, it still will not show that I'm on live. It is just the weirdest thing. The weirdest thing. Where are you? Well, I'm still not finding myself. Okay, so the last little touch that I'm going to do is, I finally found, nope, that's last week's video. Isn't that the weirdest thing? So strange. It just will not give me the video that I'm on right now. So odd. Okay, well, I'm just going to trust that you're there until I can pull the camera back around. I'm just going to use a single bow on this, and I know that normally, hey, Francesca, I'm glad you're here. Yay, I'm still on live. It's been very quiet here today. This linen thread, I usually make a double bow. And if it ever does that, where it was just kind of curling on me and trying to curl up when I'm trying to just make a bow, just kind of pull, kind of just straighten it out a little bit with your fingers, and it will go back to more of a straight twine, so that when you go to tie your bow, it's not all crinkling up on you. I don't want it to be all curly. I actually just want a straight, simple bow. Now, I need a mini glue dot, and do I have one over here? I was sure that I did. Let's see. While I'm looking for my glue dot, I want to remind you that when you share my videos, you go into a drawing, and each month I'm drawing for a free stamp set. This is the stamp set that I'm drawing for my August shares. So I will be sharing, no pun intended, I'll be sharing the winner of this stamp set. This is a beautiful red rubber cling mount cling mount stamp set. This is absolutely free to somebody who is sharing my videos in August. So when you share my videos, when I'm done, they have a shareable feature. And when you share them, you go into a drawing for a free stamp set. So let me grab glue dots are right in front of me. If the snake could have bitten me. And I'm just going to put that like so on the knot or on the center of my bow, and then put that on the center of my acorn. Now you see how that looks a little bit too big, but I can just put my finger on the center and bring in the loops a little bit, and that is the best way to get it exactly the size that you want, because it's really hard to tell until you get it actually on the project. Sometimes it's just hard to tell the size that you need. The key is to have enough of your tails to where you can make it shorter. You don't want to cut these so short that you can't trim them when you're ready to. So that is my cute little gift card holder. Let me show you. Hey, Melissa, I'm glad you're here. Let me show you one more time. So this opens up. You have like a little handle here. And there is my little slot for my gift card. So I can just take something and tuck it in. So if you have like a Starbucks card, or if you have a Home Depot card, or whatever kind of a little gift card you want to use, you can pop it in there. You have just enough space here to write just a small note. And again, this is a 3x4 piece. And we made the little gift card holder part with our designer series paper. I will have those measurements up on my blog. Here's my original, and here is my demonstration for today. Identical, except for I changed out the cardstock color here, and I changed out the designer series paper. Everything else is exactly the same. The acorn, the tag, the copper foil sheet here. I just used different pieces of the Gilded Autumn designer series paper. Like I said, you could do this with any designer series paper you have. I do think this Gilded Autumn paper is my favorite that I've been working with in the holiday catalog. Now, mind you, I haven't done a lot of Christmas cards as yet, but I will say this paper is, I think it's just to die for. I do love the foil side the best. I mean, that's just the way it is for me. Give me that shine. But the B side of these is also incredibly versatile. Really, really love this houndstooth. And even this chevron pattern is pretty bold, but I like it. And then this one is the calmest, quietest pattern of the lot. It just has little paint spatters on it. And of course, probably the boldest one of the lot with these pumpkins and gourds. But I think that for me personally, when I'm using those really, really bold ones, I like to use them in smaller amounts. And that's what I did here for this. So there you have it, a quick and easy thank you card with a little feature of a gift card holder. You could honestly even put in here, you could put like lotto tickets, or can't really put theater tickets because I don't think anybody's really doing theaters or ball games or anything like that too much right now. Although I think a lot of your theaters, movie theaters are meeting, they're meeting at like half capacity right now. So anything like that you wanted to put in there, you can. And again, the base of this is 5.5 by 4.25, just a quarter sheet of cardstock. And then we put the cute little gift card holder on top. So Betty, you love my card. You could use it for giving cash to, that's a great idea. Yeah, you're right. Grandkids love getting cash. I will say, I think even like teachers would love getting cash. Girl Scout leaders, anybody who is serving our kids or serving us. I mean, cash can always, always be used. So that's a great idea. I thank you for sharing that, Betty. So that is us for today. Let me see if I can flip back around without too much difficulty. So I appreciate your patience with me on my camera. I'm back in the groove, I think, with using my phone once again for my camera. And we had just a quick and easy, but kind of fancy gift card today. And it's fancy purely by the fact that we use that Gilded Autumn paper. And everything else is really simple. I will share this tutorial on my blog. So that is it for me today. I am going to hop over there right now. Oh, I forgot to layer that. I forgot one more layer. I'm glad you want to make the gift card, Yolanda. I forgot one. There's one more layer I was supposed to put on there. So I will do that, and then I will photograph this demonstration card as well as my original and put those on my sweetstamper.com blog. So thanks again for tuning in today. Remember that when you share my video here, you go into the drawing for my my stamp set, and I will be giving away a different stamp set this month. For August, I'm giving away the beautiful gorgeous posies stamp set. So be sure to share that, and don't forget to tune back in. I will be here on Thursday at 2 o'clock. Once again, on Thursday, we do simple and stepped up. Thank you so much. Take care, and God bless.